My name's Jen, and I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga series today that focuses on the neck and shoulders. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders, and so this practice can be really helpful in releasing some of the stress after a long day, or maybe just to set you up for a successful day. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll start in child's pose. So take your knees out as wide as your yoga mat, toes in to touch one another, and extend your arms long, bring your forehead down to the mat. Now, if child's pose isn't comfortable for you in your body, just take any posture that feels supportive right now. Maybe just laying flat on your back, or take a seated posture. Whichever pose you choose, just go ahead and settle into it, allowing your body to relax. Taking these first few moments to truly arrive to your yoga practice, letting go of what happened earlier today, letting go of what's still to come, just really getting present. It's the present moment that we can really accomplish things. So taking a breath into the here and now. Breathe in through your nose, feel your belly expand on top of your thighs, and then release it out of your mouth. If that served you, take two more on your own. If your mind starts to wander, and it might if you're particularly stressed today, just meet yourself with gentleness and just come back to your breath, breathing big, full, expansive breaths through the nose and back out of the nose. Knowing that stress is just part of the human existence. We really can't avoid it. But how we choose to deal with that stress, that is our choice. So offering yourself a little gratitude for carving out time to be on your mat and releasing some of this tension. And then allowing your mind to focus on something positive. Things like worry really aren't helpful. They distract us from the present, and they keep us from really being able to tackle a solution. So maybe taking the conscious choice to release worry today, or setting some other supportive intention like, I am at peace, I trust that everything works out as it should, I know I am divinely guided and supported by the universe. And maybe it's simply, everything is okay. Bend into your elbows, bring your hands to prayer, and sink your chest a little lower. Extend your hands forward, come through tabletop position, and we're just going to have a seat. So you're welcome to sit on something to prop your hips up, and then just go ahead and take a cross-leg position or something that feels good. And go ahead and close off the eyes if you'd like, and release the chin to the chest. Relaxing your shoulder blades down your back. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathing into the back of that neck space. Relaxing through the face. And then take your right ear over to your right shoulder. Yeah, feel that stretch in the neck and just let your head kind of be heavy. You can shake it out a little yes and no. And if you want to add on here, you can stretch your left fingertips out, not quite reaching the mat. Continuing to nod. And to add on a little more, you can place your right hand just gently on top of your head, just adding very light pressure. And just take a few more rounds of breath, pausing in a spot that feels like it needs a little extra attention or care. Release your hands back to your knees, chin comes to your chest. And maybe just take note side to side. How does your neck feel? How do your shoulders feel? And let's take the left ear over to the left shoulder. Letting the head drop heavy, and feel free to nod yes and no. And adding on, if you'd like, stretch those right fingertips out, not quite reaching the mat. Continuing to nod. And if it felt good on the other side, you can rest the left hand on top of the head, just gently. And releasing it all down, go ahead and bring your chin back to your chest, and then lift your gaze. We'll just turn the head over to the left, working on some neck mobility. And back through center, making your way over to the right. And just go ahead and do that one more time, making your way over to the left. And back over to the right. Okay, go ahead and come back to center and get into those shoulders a little bit. So reach your arms forward. Actually, we've been sitting for a little while. Let's switch the cross. Just balance out the body. It's nice. Set the opposite foot on top or switch the opposite leg in front. All right, all about balance in yoga. Now extend your arms forward, and we'll just go ahead and cross the left arm over the right, and then you can reach for opposite shoulders, or if you can go for eagle bind, you're gonna wrap those wrists and go for the hands to kiss. So lifting through those elbows, you can close off your eyes. And if you want, you can find a little bit of movement here, kind of turning your torso side to side and just kind of feeling the stretch, breathing through it. And just take 2 more breaths. And unwind, reach those arms up. Feel free to gaze up. And hands come to your heart center. Extend those arms forward. Right arm crosses over the left. And then grab for opposite shoulders. Perfectly good. Or feel free to go for that eagle bind if you did on the other side. And just lift those elbows a little bit. Let those shoulder blades part. free to move a little, maybe finding just how to enhance that stretch a bit. And taking 2 more breaths. Inhale, reach those arms high, gaze up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Hands can come to the knees. We'll just make some circles, kind of warming up the spine a bit. Making your way around 2 or 3 times before you stop and go the opposite direction. Sit up nice and tall. We'll just take a couple seated cat-cow. So round into your back, tuck your chin. And inhale, pull your heart through, gaze up. Exhale to round and tuck. Inhale to lift up, expand. Exhale. And inhale. Neutral spine. All right, back to tabletop position. Feel free to place a blanket underneath your knees for a little more support if they're hollering at you. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get moving. So knees are about shoulder width distance. Feel free to tuck your toes under for a little more balance, or you can leave them flat. Spread the left fingertips real well, so you've got a nice strong base as you inhale and reach the right arm up. And we're just going to make some circles here. So feel free to make some big arm circles. Going one direction first. And then moving the opposite way. And we'll meet with the arm reached up into the sky. And then using your exhale, thread the needle. Right shoulder blade comes down to the mat. Left arm can reach forward. Or feel free to go for a half bind, reaching for the right hip crease. Continuing to breathe fully. Option to close your eyes. If you've got that bind, release it. Left hand slides underneath the shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Bring it back down, tabletop position. We'll move to the other side. So plant the right hand, fingertips spread, get a stable base. As we inhale, left arm reaches up. And then just go ahead and make some big, wide circles. Making sure to move in both directions. Meaning with the left hand reaching up and then using the exhale, thread the needle. Left shoulder blade comes down to the mat. Right arm can stretch forward. Or feel free to reach around for that half bind left hip crease this time. And option to close down the eyes. And breathe. Right hand slides underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And come back to tabletop position. Okay, so 2 options for the next pose. One, you can just sit back on your heels, or really take any seated posture that feels good in your body. But I personally love, love, love bottom of the feet stretch. It feels so good to me. So I'm gonna add that in. If you're like, heck no, that does not feel good, then please take it out. But otherwise, go ahead and tuck the toes under, bring the pinky toe, sit back on your heels, and you can stay here, or if this becomes way too intense, just take breaks, come on up. Always an option to be like, not doing that today, okay? So if you're joining me, go ahead and stretch into those bottom of the feet first. And reach your arms up towards the sky. We're going to take the right hand to the back of the neck. Left hand can kind of assist with the elbow. And then you can stay here if you want to play with a little bit of a bind. You can reach that left arm out to the side, turn the thumb down, and then reach around your back so that you may be reaching for your shirt or maybe reaching for those fingertips. Notice if you're puffing out your chest quite a bit, try to keep the spine long and straight up. Always an option to take breaks on this feet. I just love this one. Okay, release those hands. Let's all take a little bit of a break and tap out the toes. And then we'll move to the other side. So go ahead and sit back on those heels once again. Okay, reaching the arms up. This time left hand comes to the back of the neck. Right hand can assist. And then if you want to play with the bind, first bring the right arm out, flip the thumb down, and then reach around. Maybe you just get to your shirt. Hold on to that. Maybe you can reach up for those fingertips, eventually finding the hands. And then just notice, are you quite back bended here? We're looking more for that neutrality. Take a break if you need it. All right, release those hands, reach them up, and we'll all come on out, tap the tops of the feet. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. And we're just gonna interlace the hands behind the back and drop them down. And you can stay here, or feel free to bring your head down towards your knees, top of the head comes to the mat, and then reach those arms forward. Being gentle and mindful of the neck and spine, not too much pressure. And come on back to a seat. Release those hands. That might feel good just to kind of roll out the wrists a little. Both directions. Okay, let's make our way onto our bellies. And hands will slide back right about to towards the chest, right by the sides of the ribs. And then elbows pull in. Pick up one foot at a time, walk it back. And as you inhale, we're gonna lift up baby little cobra. And then exhale, come back down. If it's comfortable in your body, inhale, come on up to medium cobra. And come on back down. Inhaling all the way up, little modified up dog, full cobra. And coming back down. Go ahead and turn your left cheek on the mat. Arms can come beside you. Let the legs fall and take a breath in through your nose. And let it out of your mouth. You can bend into your knees and windshield wipe them. And release those feet back down. We're going to press ourselves on up to tabletop position. We're going to take quite a bit of a chest opener and might feel good on those shoulders. Might also feel really intense on the shoulders. So if you start to feel any tingling, please back out and just take child's pose. All right, so we're going to move into puppy pose. So knees are hip width distance. You can leave the feet flat or tucked for more balance. And then crawl your arms forward. We're going to melt the chest down. And then forehead can come down to the mat. If you're bringing chin to the mat, that may be intense on the neck, so just be mindful which feels better in your body. Fingertips are spread. Being mindful of those shoulders. Are they tingling? Back out if they are. And breathe fully. 3 more breaths. And with care, slide those hands back underneath your shoulders. Move to embryo pose. Knees come together. Forehead comes down to the mat. Arms can reach beside you. Palms face up. Release with a breath out of your mouth. If your forehead's touching the mat, you can sway your head side to side. Just helps to stimulate that third eye center, the seat of intuition. And just coming back to the sensations you feel in your body. How's your neck and shoulders feeling? Are you feeling any release as you let go? And be truly present in this moment. Trusting that there's nothing else to do right now. There's nothing to solve. Spending this so precious time on your mat. It's so important for being able to accomplish all other things in life. Taking the time to slow down and connect with your breath, connect with your body. All right, slide your hands underneath your shoulders and we'll just come back onto our bellies. And we're going to extend the left arm out to the side and just roll over to that left side, stretching into the chest, shoulder. You can always bend into the right knee and set the foot on the mat for a little more stability. And come on back onto your belly. Take the right arm out to the side. You can bend into the left leg, stamp the foot on the mat, and breathe. Okay, coming back to center, you can prop yourself up on your elbows. We're just going to take a fun little spinal twist to end. So right knee comes out like a little frog. And then we're going to thread the needle with the left arm underneath the right so that the left shoulder blade sits on the mat. And then just swing the right arm across your body, opening up to a twist. You might feel a little bit more of an opening through the chest. Let's just take 2 more breaths. Coming back onto our belly, propping yourself up on your elbows. We'll take the left leg out like a frog, and then threading the right arm underneath the left, setting that right shoulder blade down on the mat, and then swinging your left arm across your body so that it really opens up through the chest, nice full spine twist. And close your eyes. Allow your body to relax. Just take 2 more breaths. And we're just going to roll over onto our backs, onto the yoga mat. And gather your knees in towards your chest, just taking these last few moments to really breathe in, be in your body. Making sure to set up for Shavasana really mindfully. So can extend your legs forward. Palms are face up besides your body. And walk your shoulder blades a bit together on your back. Puff up your chest a bit. And just consciously releasing and relaxing. Relaxing from the top of your head to your forehead, into your jaw, letting your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your neck and your chest. Relaxing your back and your arms, even relaxing your hands. Relaxing the belly, your hips, your legs and your feet, just full body relaxation. Feeling yourself supported by your yoga mat and supported by the ground underneath that, the floor, just supported by the foundation of your building and the earth underneath that. And just feeling yourself really supported. And maybe thinking of someone who comes to mind who provides you support, offering them a little gratitude. Taking one entire body breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. supportive to you. Making smaller movements and then eventually turning them into bigger movements, stretching. Usually resting one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just acknowledging your body for its efforts. And noticing how you feel after this practice. Thanking your body for those times of tension, because it's just communicating to you what you need. So offering gratitude for maybe that sore neck or sore shoulders you were feeling before, as a reminder that it's so important to take care of yourself. And thanking yourself for carving out the time to allow your body to receive the benefits of this practice. And roll over to your left side. And just taking your time, no rush. And eventually making your way on up to a seat. We'll bring the palms together at your heart center, gratitude, Anjali Mudra. Eyes closed. I hope that this practice served you. Feel free to take any bits of it off the mat and into your daily life whenever you feel tension arising, whether that's connecting to a positive thought or taking some of these stretches into your day. And bring those thumbs to your third eye center, the space between your eyes for peaceful thoughts. Down to your mouth for kind words. And back to your heart for love and gratitude. Namaste.